Hello and welcome to MARAT'S kitchen. Today we're making one of my favorite foods, chili, and it's one of my favorite comfort foods at that. Let's start with peppers. I use a banana pepper, but you can use a bell pepper, of course. Just make sure you de-seed it and remove the ribs. Cut that into about a medium dice. Next we're going to move on to onions. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife. That'll reduce the amount of tears that you release. And also look at the technique. My ends of my fingers are curved in, the knuckles are right up against the knife, and this will reduce the chance of me cutting myself when working fast. Now we're going to slice up our mushrooms. The mushrooms need to be very well washed or rinsed because dirt can get into places you wouldn't even think of. Just never soak mushrooms because they soak up water like a sponge, and when you're cooking them, rather than cooking or frying, you're going to be stewing them. Now here I'm cutting 4 small tomatoes. You can use 2 medium or larger sized tomatoes, whichever tomato you have available to you. Next we're going to move on to garlic. Make sure that you chop up the garlic nice and small. The more surface area, the more flavors that you're going to release into the food that you're going to be putting them into. Now make sure you preheat a pan, and we're going to add our ground beef. I used about a pound of ground beef here. You want to make sure you cook the ground beef until it starts to turn gray. That gray color is an indication that the ground beef is cooked. And when it turns almost 3/4 gray, once it's almost fully cooked, you want to change spoons, especially when you're working fast. You don't want any cross-contamination. Add all your vegetables. Give that a really good mix. And as you cook the ground beef, it often releases a lot of liquid. And you want to make sure you strain that liquid, otherwise, again, you're stewing the ground beef rather than frying it. And you want to do that before you add your sauces and spices. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of tomato sauce, our diced tomatoes, parsley. I added coriander, paprika, chili powder, and of course salt and pepper to taste. And you want to give that a really good mix, and the chili needs to really cook together for a good 20 minutes on medium-low heat so all the flavors can come together. You're going to put that into your favorite bowl or serve it on a plate with Caesar salad and enjoy.